Hey everybody, it's Dallas42 back again with another 7 Days to Die video. Today it's the morning of day 26, and we noted on our handy sign last time that we wanted to finish building the SMG before we go any further, and we almost had the things that we needed. Just need a little bit more steel, that's all. So we've got 109, it's 110, plus 31, so that should do it, but it's going to take about 6 or 7 minutes for it to pop out. So we can find something else to do for 6 or 7 minutes. Today's day 26, so we have this day to quest or craft or whatever we want to do. And then tomorrow on day 27, we're going to shift our focus to improving our horde base and getting that ready for the next blood moon. I think while we wait, I'm just going to go pick a random POI and do it. Something close to home here, not too big. Just go in, do enough to get the payoff room, get some easy payoff. Let's do this Bose Market over here. I haven't really been doing this, but nothing says you can't just go into a POI and fight it out. Like, you don't have to have a quest. So let's just do this little quick tier 1 POI and get some loot, get some 7.62 ammo. A Nomad outfit, I wonder if that's any good for us. I think I might have already been through here once. Not sure though. Cooking mag. All this stuff helps. All this stuff helps. You don't have to go too crazy. Just grab the easy stuff that you can. Yeah, I feel like I've been through here before. Got a corn seed there. Corn seeds are good for us. This is actually like where the POI starts over here. I've already been through here before. That's why I was able to just walk in the front door. It's alright. Cornmeal. It's all easy resources here. Cement, sand, clay, stone. Nitrates, clay. If you're in a POI like this and you got the time, easy to get. Grab those easy to get supplies. Alright, I happen to know from prior experience that the payoff is up here, but I may have already gotten it in this one. I just get? Oh, a switch. Some sort of electrical thing. I gotta tell you, that little red dot laser sight on this thing is pretty useful. I don't know if I've already been through here or if the payoff was just has respawned since the last time I've been here. Harvest more lead and brass from sinks and plumbing. Okay. Alright, that's that. You got time for one more before we go for our before we go back to check our crafting. There's a little that's part of the same POI there. This one was a tier 3, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit, probably be a little bit more elaborate than what we want to do right now. Let's just find like a tier 1. This is probably tier 0 or tier 1. Already like mostly encumbered. Don't want to get into anything too big right now. Yep, I'm fully encumbered actually, so let me just go home and drop some things off. We'll see where our crafting is at. Yeah, yesterday we had that unsuccessful tier 5 run, so at this point I need to just focus on getting some better gear, getting better equipped, especially with the Horde Night coming up. I want to have plenty of ammo and whatnot, all the best gear that we can get before then. Before I pick that up, let me drop some things off here. Classify that as other. Shotgun. You know, I'm about due for another couple of storage crates here. Slap 3 more storage crates in there. Just for right now, I wanted to have a separate one for weapons, ammo, tools. And then over here, we'll just make this one for armor, because we're starting to have so much armor that it's overwhelming our box here. So let's take all this weapons and, well, can't really do that with a full inventory, can I? How are we doing on this stuff? It's done. Alright. Let's craft this bad boy. 25 minutes on that thing. Wow. Alright. Let's drop the rest of this stuff off first. where I get this stuff from. Oops. Alright, that took all but one of our handgun parts, so we're gonna be a little while before we can craft another handgun. We're low on machine gun parts too. All the more reason to run some POIs and find some more resources. Okay, we got a full stack of that. Let's just pop a full stack into the sell category. Now we can sort this stuff out. I don't need that. This is a duplicate, so I'm going to get rid of the worst one. What was it? It was the Nomad outfit was the other thing I got? What does that do for us? Reduces encumbrance. Okay, that's not going to be useful for our Blood Moon, and I want to stay prepared for that, so don't forget at the last minute. Okay. Let's go run some more POIs while we wait for things to happen. This time we can do a bigger one. Do one that we haven't been to yet, hopefully. I think I've done all the ones that are really close to home. About this one over here. Did I do this one yet? Yeah, I think I did. About this one. That's a tier 1. This one is a tier 2. I've already done it. I can tell because the door's open. About over here. I don't think I did this one yet. The door's still closed. Maybe. That door's open. I feel like I've done this one before. Oh yeah, that's the one where I fell in there, yep. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we've done like almost all the POIs that are close to home. We could go get a quest for a lower tier POI, and then he would, as soon as we began the POI, it would reset for us. Here's a bookstore. Bookstores are always good to loot. Let's do this bookstore. I don't think I've been in here before. Why are bookstores good to loot? Because you find books in them, and books are always useful in this game. Handguns. Paper. Don't like paper. Handguns. Salvage tools. Spears. Find more food in loot. Nice. Clubs. Salvage tools. Sledgehammers. Handguns. Seed crafting. Seed crafting, I don't think it's quite as good as it sounds. Like, you can basically break down the food items into seeds, but Like, I want the food items. That's why I'm growing the seeds, so I don't really see the point. Alright, I can make steel tools now. I should try to do that pretty soon. Finishing moves. Do 20% extra damage to knock down and stunned opponents. Wonder if that's only for hand-to-hand, or if it's for any weapon. I wish they were more specific when they say things like that. I see you up there. Here's the office. It was a really easy POI. It's like a tier 0. Workstation crafting. Those are always good. Handguns. My problem with handgun crafting is like my skill has exceeded my materials, and same with assault rifles. Hey, that one will let me build a M60 machine gun as soon as I have enough materials. I don't know how the M60 will be, like, because I like to use semi-automatic fire unless I'm really under pressure. So, can I just fire a shot or two with the M60 machine gun? Not sure. Definitely don't want to sacrifice my tactical assault rifle until I try it out and see. Let's grab some of these easy resources here. It's the kind of place you might find a bird. Hey, look, there's a wandering band of zombies over there. Got him. Took a bit of ammo to do it. Go over there and collect the loot bags in a bit after I finish this POI. Beds are good to take apart, get some useful materials. Once you have a wrench, that is. That was about it for that one. Some stone, but I'm pretty good on that right now. Let's go get these loot bags. Bow hunting skill. Adds a small chance to mine rare gems from ore. Okay, that's cool. head back home, drop some things off. Oh, did that say I can make crushed sand? I can make it out of small stone. That's good to know because concrete mix requires crushed sand, small stone, and cement. Let me get some of that going. Take all that I have. Let's see how much of this I can make. So the crushed sand is definitely the weak point here. If I make like 500 or 1,000, let's make 1,000. More minutes on that thing. Hang on to this charred meat just in case of emergency, but I don't like to eat that stuff if I don't have to. Makes you thirsty. While I wait, let's find something to do. Maybe there's a cool POI on the outskirts somewhere. Let's go scope this place out. Cross country and be quicker. Don't know if I've been out here yet. Maybe I have. Assault rifles. Just a tier 1 POI should be easy enough to handle. You can find just as good of loot in a tier 1 POI as you can find in a tier 5 POI. You're just not going to find as much of it. But every time you open a loot container, it randomizes the loot based on your current loot stage and just a random factor. So just because you're in a tier 1 doesn't mean you're not going to find some good stuff. You're just not going to find as much of it. If you're just trying to kill a little bit of time, like I am right now, there's nothing wrong with going into a tier 1 POI and just grabbing some quick and easy loot and moving on. Cooking and harvesting tools, nice. An empty courier satchel. Maybe I had a quest here at one point. Here's the payoff room. Must have been in here once before. Ooh, legendary parts, see? That's a great item to get. Assassin's outfit. Sneak effectiveness, okay. Not good for Blood Moon, but could be good for day-to-day. Alright, let's head back home. Our SMG is probably close to being built. Slap a little red marker on there to make it easier to find. Now that we've unlocked the ability to do tier 5 quests and established that we're still a little too weak to do them, like, it just kind of, at this point, we don't need to be in a huge rush. Just take some time and upgrade everything that we need to upgrade, that we can upgrade. Make ourselves as strong as we possibly can. As much concrete as we can. This will help us out on the upgrading our base for the Horde Knight. And let's put all this stuff away. Did not have one of those yet. got extras of these hanging around. Yeah, I do. So I can just go ahead and sell these. I'll sell that one anyway. Maybe I'll save this one. Eventually we're going to set up a secondary base somewhere. So that's why I want to hang on to some of these so that we can set up a fully functional kitchen at the secondary base whenever we set that up. 4.5 minutes on that. I wanted to look at making better tools here. How do I do this? I can make a steel axe. Let me see if I can get all the stuff to do that. I'm going to need some iron. I might have enough in here, but I might not. I'll need some coal also. So, let's put this in here. Turn that on, get it smelting. I might need more of that before I can do much. I can get duct tape. I don't have any duct tape, but I can probably craft some. Need 3 duct tape. And I need steel tool parts, and I do have quite a bit of that because I've been hoarding it. Because I knew I would need it someday. I had 1 forged steel in here already. I can get part of the way there. I'm going to need some more iron. Let's go get some more iron. We know how to get more iron, don't we? Gotta destroy cars. There's still clearly some cars here in this area. I don't know if they just respawn after a while or how that works exactly. But we might as well take advantage of it. I have some unspent points. I should spend those. Let's see here real quick. So, I've kind of decided I want to try and just get points into all the things that are going to be useful for me. Those are 2 points each. How are we looking in here? Fist weapons, that's not very good. The next levels are pretty good. The agility ones, I think, were better. I think it's showing red here because I had put points into these when I was using the mod that gave me extra agility in my head. So this will be 2 points to get that. And handguns is the category of this new weapon that we're crafting too, so it wouldn't really hurt to have that. I got 1 more point to spend somewhere. That's not that important. That's pretty good to have. Reduce HP loss by 10 and 40% less chance to get stunned. Pretty good. That'll help us be more survivable in the tier 5 POIs next time we try one. Let's ride on until we find some cars. There was a used car lot out here. Still has some cars at it. Looks like it does. lots of steel to make all of our upgraded tools. Pickaxe, shovel, axe. So, kind of want to try to do that before tomorrow, because we're going to be working on our horde base. I might have to mine some resources for that, and it'll all go faster and more efficient if I have better tools. Try to get at least 1,000 here. Or all the cars in this parking lot. Out of stamina. Wish I had a better wrench. Maybe I can make a better wrench by now. I'll look into that. Yeah, I think this next week in the game is going to be all about getting all my gear upgraded as much as humanly possible. Getting more survivable, getting more deadly, so that we can handle those tier 5 POIs. Maybe we'll try one again somewhere towards the end of next week. And see how far we've come. The problem is that the zombies get harder too as you're leveling up, so you gotta be like keeping up with upgrading all your items and getting better weapons and stuff like that if you want to be able to compete with the tougher zombies. I think I'm going to like the SMG. I can see that being a really good gun. Oh, my wrench broke. Got repair kits on me for just this sort of thing. Used to be back in the day in an earlier build, like if one of your items broke, it would just disappear. And you were lost. You had lost it at that point. So it's actually really nice that they made it to where it gives you a little sound effect, and you still have the item. It's just not functional until you repair it. Because that would be a frustration in earlier builds, that you just couldn't. You could lose valuable items if you weren't paying attention to their durability. It's so good that we bought that crucible, because if we hadn't bought that crucible, we'd still be struggling to for steel. Like, steel would be a major issue, because we wouldn't be able to build that crucible until like workstation 75 or something, and I'm not even close to that. Cooking mag. Okay, we're over 1,000. Let's just loot these last few cars here. We'll head home. lots of valuable cloth out of this as well. We can use to make duct tape. Because duct tape is used in... Oh, pressed the wrong button. That was not a good thing. Wasted a beverage. I guess it wasn't a total waste. Alright, we're coming out of here with over 1,300 iron that we can use to smelt down and make more steel. So that'll be good. Alright, let's get back home. Our SMG should be done crafting by now. Showing a storage container over here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe it's further out. Oh, I just ran into that tree. That didn't do any good for the durability of my bicycle. Yeah, that storage is further out. I don't need that right now. All right. Get this iron smelting ASAP. And we need 5 more forged steels, but we're gonna have to wait for that iron to smelt a little bit. This thing's still chugging along on concrete, that's good. And our SMG popped out. Alright. Let's take a look at this thing. Cool. What about that scope? Or the sights? Might be a little tough to use. Need like a red dot sight on this thing. Maybe my laser thing will be helpful with this. We need some 9mm ammo for this thing. A little test firing. Oh yeah, I can definitely do the semi-fire like I like to do, so that's great. I think this will be awesome. Probably be a lot more useful than that 44. I want to see about taking these mods off. Before I do that, though, I should put the rest of this stuff away. Not going to need 44 ammo if I'm slinging this machine gun instead. That again in a minute. And this also. Got every color of the rainbow batteries. We'll need those when we start crafting more vehicles. I don't know if I need all of those. I can probably get rid of some. Need 5 more steel for this immediate item here. Let's just keep crafting as much of that as we can. Alright, here's an opportunity to try out our new gun. Whoops, I didn't need to reload again. Cool, I like it. Could use a better sight, but other than that, it's pretty cool. They do damage to my door over here. Yeah, I can fix it though. Let's just keep churning out the forged steel here as quick as I can. One more pop out there and I can build this steel axe. Go. Okay, next we want a steel pickaxe. Let's see if we got everything we need for that. Need 3 more duct tape. Got that covered. I'm almost out of glue. I think I can make more glue if I need to. I need 10 of these. That'll be a little while. What about a different site for this thing? I wonder if I could do that. Want a 2x scope. Not on this thing. A foregrip would probably be useful. Do I have one already? What do we have here that might be useful? Increases rate of fire, slightly increases recoil. 3-round bursts. Increases rate of fire, slightly increases recoil. Shotgun. A magazine extender wouldn't be a bad idea. A muzzle brake reduces recoil. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. And then I want like a... I guess I'll take the laser off of the 44 here. The rad remover wouldn't be a bad idea either. Let's see what we can manage here. Okay, I do have room for 4. Awesome. Now we're talking. So I should have better accuracy. I can hip fire with better aim by just using this laser dot instead of having to zoom in through this awkward sight. Eventually I'll be able to get a better sight for it, like a red dot sight or something, but I don't have the ability to craft that right now. What does this do? It might be useful, but not urgent. Okay, I got enough to make a steel pickaxe. Let's do it. And then last, I wanted to make a steel shovel. There it is. Need 3 duct tapes. Got that covered. Just gotta wait for some more steel to pop out. Okay. Let's see what else we can build here. To build our next machine gun, what do we need? We can build a... I could could build a Tactical Assault Rifle 6. That requires 12 parts. Or I can build a M60 level 1. That requires 13 parts. And I only have 7 parts. So that's going to have to wait. Let's put our new axe in place. Get it modded up. Got room for one more mod on there. I wonder if there's anything useful. Probably not. Alright, got a big axe now. Steel axe. That'll be more durable. 1 minute for the pickaxe. I didn't mean to track that. Just trying to track steel shovel. One more pops out, I'll be ready. There it is. Let's build the steel shovel. Let's see about other stuff here. Can I build a better knife? Do I have a better hunting knife? I could build a level 3 hunting knife. It's not the most important thing in the world, but I could do it. All we really use that for is cleaning carcasses. Let's see if we got what it takes. Got our new pickaxe. Let's get that modded up. Alright, shovel should be coming 2 minutes. I'll put these lower level ones back in here just for backups. I can scrap these out now. I'll put that in there too. I don't want to get rid of it yet. Could come in handy for something. How are we doing on concrete over here? We got quite a bit. More coming. Hunting knife. We're going to look at the hunting knife. Can I get forged iron? How much do I have in here? I might have some in here already. I have almost enough. I just need 2 more. I got enough leather. Need 4 duct tape, which I can make, but then that'll do it for all my glue. Just need 2 forged irons. Alright, hunting knife level 3, here we come. What else can I make? How about this little claw hammer? I could make a better claw hammer. I don't know what it would do for me, but let's see if we can do it. So I'm going to need 30 of this. Looks like I got what it takes. Oh, I don't have what it takes. I'm a little short. Okay, I guess I won't make that. Got the shovel. What about a wrench? Can I make a better wrench? I can make a better wrench. This is something I would like to have. if I can make iron. I can make iron. Is that on the forge? What does it take? Maybe I can't make that. How does that... Why does it let me make iron? Oh, I see. So I've smelted iron down into here, and I can take it back out again if I want and turn it back into regular iron. But that's not what we want to do right now. We want 30 of this, and we can only make 28 right now. So we need a little bit more iron if we want to do that. Let's go see if we can find a car somewhere real quick. One car should do it. There were some cars over here. Oh, it's a spider zombie. I see a car. Let's go get it. Should do it for what I needed. Let's get back. Knife. Gotta equip my shovel too. Let's do that real quick. Take these mods off of here. Mod up our new knife. Mod up our new shovel. Drop the old ones in here. Alright, let's smelt this iron. And we're gonna need 2 more of those. We're gonna need some machine parts. Some duct tape, which I don't have enough glue, but I can build that with a chemistry station, I think. I need bone and water. wonder how we're doing with vehicle crafting. Let's take a look. It's over here. Ah, here it is. To do the motorcycle, I have to get the chassis and the handlebars, and they are locked behind skill 45 of vehicles, and I'm currently at 29. So can't do that yet, unfortunately. Almost done on the glue here. Bust out some duct tape real quick. And get my new wrench. 2 minutes on that. Alright, I think that's enough crafting for the moment. Let's put away all this stuff that we don't need anymore. So tomorrow is going to be all about working on our horde base. So we can delete that part. And what are we going to need for the horde base? Mainly concrete. Check that again later, but at least we got some to start with. Take this part we already had. Might need some cobblestone for repairs. Might need some wood for repairs. I got plenty of wood for repairs if needed. And yeah, I guess we'll call it there for the day. We got our new SMG. That's pretty cool. 37. Let me just wait for this to pop out so I don't forget about it. We'll get our new wrench going, and then we'll call it a day. We can, for the horde night, we're going to want lots of ammo. I guess I can hang on to this. Like it might come in handy during the horde night. Better to have and not need than need and not have, right? I could use some explosives, but I feel like I would risk doing damage to my own base with that, and I don't think that would be very constructive. Alright, let's take this wrench and equip it real quick. And get our mods set up. So that wrench is a higher quality, so I think that means it'll have a better chance of getting better loot, and or it'll just be faster to take things apart. Alright, we had a productive day today. We made a SMG. We made a new hunting knife that's a little bit better. We made a steel pickaxe, steel shovel, steel axe, and a level 4 wrench. So that was a very productive day for crafting. And I think I've exhausted just about all the major possibilities for crafting for right now. So tomorrow we'll turn our attention to our horde base to try and get that whipped up into shape as best we can for the next blood moon. And we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you learned something or were entertained, and if so, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment to tell me what you thought about it. And I will catch you in the next one.